good to see you again, sir.
Good to see you
So
too.
I would imagine taking on a film role so different than TV. With a film, you have got 2 hours to get to know a character and flesh him out. With a series, you have multiple seasons and episodes. Thinking about all of your great cinematic roles, if you could pick one and get to know him over multiple episodes, multiple seasons, who's the one you'd be more interested in diving into?
That's a very good question.
Thank you, sir.
I think both Superman and Geralt of Rivia live on that same #1 spot.
Yes.
Mostly because I care about the characters so much anyway.
Of course.
I'm a fan of the characters, and I would want to get to know them even if I didn't do this job. And so the opportunity to play them, the opportunity to get to know them through performing them has been a pleasure. And I look forward to doing more of it.
If you had multiple seasons, or shall we say multiple movies of Superman, what is an aspect of him that you'd like to dive into that you haven't had the chance to yet?
Where we left off with Man of Steel in particular, which was a guy who had found his place, or tried to find his place, but had sort of found it by the end, had committed something which he would consider a most horrific sin by killing the last member of his species. That is a place where I'd like to travel from with the character. Him exploring the positivity of who he is. Not necessarily the chocolate box version, but the leaning into that character who actually becomes an icon of hope and enjoying that experience rather than necessarily being made uncomfortable by it.
You screaming no whenever you kill him, I think, is one of the best Superman moments ever. I love that moment.
Thank you very much.
There's something really interesting with this character that I find fascinating, which is that he genuinely really does just want to do the right thing. But everywhere he goes, whether it's a new town or a new bar, people just kind of give him a hard time and they rag on him despite the fact that he has great intentions. I'm curious if that's comparable to this sort of world, this culture of toxic fandom, where like if you make a movie, especially if you make a superhero movie, like you have great intentions, but there are always going to be a small yet vocal group of people there can kind of just be toxic.
I understand what you're saying, but when it comes to fans, it is a fan's right to have whatever opinion they want to have. And people are going to be upset because, especially when you're talking about books or games, because you're never going to be the exact person who they had in their head or who they played on Witcher 3, for example. I don't necessarily consider that toxic. I just consider that passionate. And it's something which I have obviously had to come to terms with over the years. And for me, with the comparison is not like that with Geralt walking into a bar. The comparison is more meta. It's more to do with xenophobia and sexism and colonialism and all those effects that has on people, and then who they divert their fear and energy towards, and that tends to be Geralt, because he's a guy who exists outside of society. He's not part of a group when he walks into town, and he looks so different from everyone else, and no one can control him. He is faster, stronger, better at swords, and apparently can do magic as well. So the last thing you want to do is you can't control him, and you fear him, and therefore all of your energy, especially in a crowd of people, will be diverted at him because of everything that's happening above you in the world.
Fair enough. Really quick as we wrap up, November 17th was the 2-year anniversary of Justice League. A lot of members, a lot of your co-stars were tweeting out about release the Snyder Cut. People noticed that you were silent that day.
Right.
Was there a particular reason why you did not say anything on November 17th?
I wouldn't say there's any particular reason. I miss my moustache, which is the most important thing. And for me, it was just a harrowing reminder that I didn't have it anymore. And so I just didn't want to dig that wound any deeper.
Fair enough. Oh, well, I genuinely, as a fan, I hope that we see many more seasons of this and many more Superman movies.
Thank you very much.
It's an honor. It's great. Oh my God. And they gave us the first 5, which is always such a tease, because then they're like, okay, now you've got to wait a month.
Oh, it's
for
a
the
tease
rest.
for us as well.
No, how far have you guys seen into it? Or
Well, I
have you
haven't.
seen any?
I've got the 5 back.
But just the 5?
Just the 5.
Jake Hamilton, Fox Chicago. Well, if you can't get past the 5, then I've got no shot. Because I've been trying to
Oh
wrangle
no,
more
we get
episodes.
told nothing.
You get told nothing?
No.
Okay.
Absolutely. No, we've only just had them.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's actually one of my questions. Whenever you're in a show like this, and I'm sitting here watching, like, oh, I wonder what's going to happen next, and you guys are obviously at this point thinking multiple seasons down the line, do you have the right to sort of go over to a writer or director and go,
Write
okay,
this for me.
like, be honest. Like, come on, what happens 6 or 7 seasons in? Do you guys, how far in advance do you know?
Oh, I'd be scared to do that.
Why?
No.
Yeah, I would. I think we absolutely can. They're really approachable, but
Would you get shut
I
down?
really trust. No, not at all. I
No?
don't think we would.
No, we just get told they can't tell us.
Right.
Yeah, we just get told we can't tell us, or we're
I mean,
focusing
I
on
can
season
barely
2 right now.
find out things from about season 2,
Really?
let alone anymore.
Have you guys started shooting season 2 yet?
No.
And do you know anything about
Bits and bobs.
bits and pieces?
We
So what do you
do.
know?
No, you're not gonna get that out.
No. Well, see, I tried. I gave it a shot. I feel like it must be so interesting taking on a movie versus a TV show. A movie, you have 2 hours to get to know the character, and that's it. You got to get it all in. With a TV show, you have multiple episodes and multiple seasons. Henry has played so many great characters in movies over his career. If you could see one of his cinematic characters stretched out over multiple seasons, multiple episodes, which one of his characters would you like to see, over multiple years?
Well, I haven't actually watched any of his movies. Sorry,
Does he
Henry.
know this? Not
No.
even like Man of Steel?
I've watched Man of
No.
Steel. I
Right?
have. So it'd probably be Man of
Just
Steel.
by process of elimination.
But I know what it would be. I know what it would be anyway.
Okay.
No,
it would
very
be his
small
role.
result.
It would be his role in Mission Impossible,
Oh yeah.
purely because I've heard very, very good things about it.
Yeah, you want to know more about his character.
Yeah, and where he got the. So if I say like the arm cock, do you know what that means?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, you've seen.
Yeah,
You've seen.
yeah,
Like where did he get that from?
Oh, yeah, we haven't asked him to do that yet.
No.
See, I was that obnoxious guy. I did that junket, and I was like, "Can you do that?"
Did you
Yes.
actually?
Yes,
Oh
yes.
no.
And the downside is that I was in the
But
middle of the
he
day,
loved
so
it.
I know I was like probably the 18th person that brought up. So you just saw him like taking that deep sigh, like,
Here we go again.
"Here we go." Oh my god! So does he know you guys haven't watched a lot of his movies? He's been in some great movies. I won't tell him.
You know what? He's he's a humble
He doesn't
guy.
seem like he
Yeah,
would
he's
care.
fine. He's not watched
Yeah.
any of that.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair.
I mean, he hasn't watched any of our one projects.
One project.
Has he seen The Witcher?
I think
Oh,
so.
Probably.
So he knows how great you two are then.
It's still like
You're killing me over.
this is hard work. I'm sorry.
Whew. We live in this world where, like, whenever we enjoy a series, we're now starting to get like crossover stuff. Like one character from one series is crossing over into a character from another series. This is now goes to the pantheon of great Netflix series. If you could see your characters from The Witcher cross over into another Netflix creation and have those characters meet each other, what crossover would you like to see?
Ooh. Queer Eye Netflix? Isn't
It is.
Probably Queer Eye.
Bring in the
God,
Fab
it is.
Five and have them redo
Huh?
Henry's character. Bring in the Fab Five and have them like redo.
I'd be part of the team. Yeah, Netflix would
Oh
be
my
part of the team.
god! What a great answer.
Thank you.
What do you got?
Oh my god.
You can do this. I believe in you.
Oh my goodness. I literally, I have to admit, I haven't really seen that many Netflix series.
So you're not watching Henry Cavill shows. You're not watching Netflix.
Been too busy
it's in
playing
2019.
Siri.
What are you doing with your free time?
Oh.
If you're not sitting on a couch streaming things.
Film. Oh no, it's not
I
Netflix
don't know. I mean,
The kids from
I
Stranger
could say the
Things?
typical Stranger Things.
Stranger
Things,
Stranger
that's
Things.
not
I
bad.
mean, Siri's
That's
got
not bad.
powers, so
That's
she could
not
get
bad.
in there and help.
That's good.
She could
Yeah.
be teamed up with.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
the possibilities
exactly.
are endless. Yeah. See,
Amazing.
I thought like The Irishman, like bringing in Pacino and De Niro and Joe Pesci
Very
with you
good.
guys
I
and just
mean-
have them yell at you.
I haven't seen it
For,
yet, but very
for
good.
18 and a half hours, which is about how long The Irishman is. Lovely in The Irishman, by the way. Guys, you're so fun. This is like first interview. Thank you for having so fun. Hopefully,
No,
try to ask you
you're
things
so
that we're gonna
fun.
be.
You're
Oh,
Yeah, so you've got us
Energy.
going. Yeah.
it's all downhill from here. It's all here. Yeah, ladies, seriously, congratulations. I can't wait to talk to you for season
Thank
2.
you.
Congratulations.
It's a
Bye, guys.
pleasure. Bye bye.